Kick. Releases McGrath. Hoisted high towards half forward. Favola will set himself. Has to punch from behind. Spills to the back of the contest. Whelan. Out wide to James McDonald. The quiet achiever in this Melbourne side. McDonald goes to forward 50. It was a beautiful kick to Bates. Just needs to measure from 45. Go for it and put it through for the opening goal. Tidy finish from Matthew Bates.
During the game, we'll have to wait and see.
Lappin worked hard for the Scotland kick. Still deep inside defensive 50. 1-1 Melbourne. Carlton yet to score. McGrath has worked hard through the middle of the ground. He can go, Corey McGrath. Has a bounce. Inside the centre circle. High ball. Will it have to carry on for Favola? It doesn't matter. Read it well. Carroll couldn't get back.
From this position, he's certainly the slot is through.
5 goals from his 10 possessions last week. 65 goals, 38. Make that 69 goals, 38 for the year. Brendan Favola, the Blues are on the board.
Well, he's good for 4 goals a game at the Telstra Dome this year.
He pops a high one from McGrath. They've been at it all afternoon already, the two of them.
Brown had it all morning. So that'd be tight tagging. He was with him from the moment he woke up. Carroll run down by Betts, but didn't stick the tackle. Eddie's done well. Can he finish it off? Gives it to Brendan Favola, who fumbles at a crucial moment from the angle. Favola, come you beauty!
And that is making the very easy extremely hard. But what a very good goal. And the good thing, and I've just been watching Eddie Betts in the first 10 minutes of this game, his work rate has been down, but he chased hard, caused a turnover from a mistake from Nathan Carroll, but just his work ethic to run hard, get the second effort and give the handball off. It was well done in the end, and nice goal in the end for Bowler after it was a big mistake.
I don't know what Nathan Carroll was trying to, what he was thinking, because he was
Together for 4 quarters of football, that's proven the difficulty for them. At the moment, they're having a good period here against Melbourne. J-Mar's kick, handball rather to Ward, whose kick was smothered. Luke Blackwell sneaks in for the Blues. Here's Stevens in the middle of the ground. He'll give it to Favola from 55. Decides to do the team thing, chips it over the top, and finds Lappin 20 metres out. Could have blazed away.
Obviously, I think Carlton have gone out with the mindset you're going to go one-on-one with your opponent. Very good work for the Demons to take him to full-back. Now he's released back into the midfield.
Lappin, after a couple of weeks in the 2, slots it through. The Blues have got 3. Margin out to 12 points on Saturday afternoon. Football here on Favola stands at the top of the goal square. He's got some room to lead into this pocket if he so desires. Fisher now goes to that pocket. Favola stands underneath it. Big pack, big fly! Over the top came Brian. Eddie Betts front and centre. He can't get it past Carroll either. Green. McLean. Now Whelan. Bruce to Bate, and the D's are away momentarily.
McGrath closed with 8. Uze, they're under the pump, the D's. The Blues have forced a turnover. Houlihan. Brian's loose on his own. It won't get the carry. Doesn't matter because floating in, third man up. Brett Fisher. Terrific mark.
great pressure from the Carlton midfield. They had numbers there, Melbourne, but they just kept at him from behind the lines. And Houlihan on the end of it, some great work, defensive work. And Fisher, geez, a talented player. He also, one thing about him, he's a very courageous player. It doesn't matter what's around him, he'll go for every mark he possibly can.
And deceptively big at 192 centimetres as well.
Lining up for his first goal this afternoon. More importantly, the Blues fourth.
And that is a good start for Carlton. They have been better as far as their effective
Possessions the last 5 weeks, Cade Simpson. Coming off 28 last week, a career high. Walker, another starting to blossom. High kick to the wing. No one went at it. McGrath could paddle it to Betts. You could see that what was going through his mind. He worked it well. Houlihan from 50. Just needs to concentrate and find a target. Favola out on the stretch. Will have to turn and do it the hard way. Can go over the top to Fisher. Fisher can run in and go bang. The Blues have got 5. They lead by 20 points. And the alarm bells are ringing in the Melbourne coach's box.
Well, they certainly, what they need to do now is slow the game down. They do that. They did it against Brisbane Lions a month ago when the game was getting out of control. Shut the game down till the tempo is back to the pace they want.
Bentic to Carazzo, now Black
switch here.
Great to see the sides who are considered to be lesser sides on paper deciding to play man-on-man football in 2006. Flooding's dying in footy and it's fantastic. Whitnell inside 50 to Waite. 12 months ago, Shorey, if you're a team that was perceived to have lesser talent...
Dennis Pagan does not like to do that. He likes to outscore sides, and he was a systems coach. He had to change to the modern style.
Here's Waite. Kicks another. The Blues are on a roll.
Very much on a roll as Russell Robertson comes and spends
I think he is now starting to take that next step to becoming a very, very good player at this level.
Well, he debuted in 2004. He notched up his 50th game last week. French, working hard. On this occasion, illegally. Deemed a throw.
I think he's going to claim he actually handballed it to himself and then punched it.
Whether it was, came out in a tackle or it spilled free and then he just punched the ball, we're going to have to watch the replay to see how the umpire saw it. Now, if you're tackled anyway when you take it, I think that's nearly play on, isn't it? It was knocked and just bobbled free.
Probably was nearly play on. It was fairly ugly though, wasn't it?
It was ugly. But you don't get free kicks for being ugly. Well, you might have got a couple.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
We've gone to a new low this afternoon, but we'll get back to the football for the moment. Mark Jamar is not an ugly man.
I would have got heaps.
Let's hope this is an attractive finish. A very important goal and kick.
Jump out of the grandstand. I won't be seeing it today, Swatter.
No, you're right.
Almost a perfect tackle from Simpson, not rewarded. Look at the mass of players around this one. Jamar, third man up, was effective. Opportunity now for Jones. Off the left boot from just inside 50. 3-on-1 in the square. It's cleared the pack. Nathan Jones gets his first goal in league football.
Once again, a very handy goal. It was ugly congestion, but Jones has just had a nice little snap-on goal. David Neitz doing the strong work on the goal line, but as we see, a clearing tap, which is what you've got to clear the congestion, and from pretty well 50 metres, just a snap to the top of the goal square. Nita took 3 players down with him, and it's just bounced through. So the last 2 minutes, 2 goals to the Demons, and that'll help them. Just takes a bit of pressure off the scoreboard.
Through the hands of Brian on that occasion. Robertson trying to invent ways to kick the football. Simpson managed to get the hands free, released a handball. Coming full hard was Koutafidis, took his man high. It was a 50-50 ball. James McDonald coming the other way. Just got there first. Did he duck the head?
Well, it has to be a free kick. You duck the head or you dive forward with the momentum. But no way, no, the umpire cannot pay a free kick there. Just again, their hand use from some of those congested areas in defence has let down Carlton. That one just bobbled free. But this is the pressure time now. This is when good sides stand up, and it looked like Melbourne are winning a fair bit of congested ball around these stoppages.
He's had a super year, but the one thing he doesn't do is kick goals. He's kicked just 1-6 for the season. Big kick here for James McDonald from 40 metres out. It's good. The D's get another. 3 on the trot for Melbourne. Margin back to 15 points as we close.
Free kick against Jamar. Much to his disgust.
The umpire just said he got Barnaby French in the face. No, it's not. Yeah, Barnaby French in the face, sorry.
Thumping, long ball. Whelan got in front of Carroll. Lappin, quick hands to Koutafidis, wrong side of the body. Had time, steady, high ball, top of the square. Whitnall and Favola are there. Loose ball over the top to Brennan. One-hander, would you believe it?
Oh, you're a star.
And he kicks one of those.
He's a star.
Favola has 3 goals, and the Blues get a steadier.
Very nice work, and I like the idea of Lance Whitnall pushing forward. I mean, he's had a very good season across half back, but he's just a dangerous option up forward. But when you get under pressure, that's when you go to the top of the goal square. When you've got even numbers, Whitnall, good contest. Favola held his feet and good snap on goal.
Just prior to that, that's where I like to see Santantaro helping. I think they played him in defence and he's still learning the game. He's playing at full forward now. That quick handball and his athleticism at ground level, I think he's going to turn into a pretty good forward.
Putting the ball to him and have the small players hit the front of David Neitz.
French opts out of defensive 50. Lovely kick. Straight up the middle to Wiggins. Gives it off to the runner in Stevens. Wrong side of the body. Eddie Betts. He's outnumbered. Smallest man on the ground. What can he do? Oh, great effort. He steals the ball. Got it to a teammate. Koutafidis. Inspired football, the Blues. Loose ball. D's with the numbers. Whelan can't break the Fisher tackle. Drops the ball. And they get it.
And that can go back to Eddie Betts, because I think about 3 or 4 times today they've taken the wrong option and kicked to Eddie Betts when he's a one-on-one. In that situation, he was a 2-on-1, but just the pressure to get the ball back and get it forward, and that is a very, very good tackle. And that's what you want from your forward, just put pressure on when you haven't got the ball.
Brendan Favola has given Matthew Willen an absolute gobful. Still going. Fisher to finish off. And does.
It's been a really good start from Carlton. You just wondered how at half-time...
Green to Jones. Simpson like a sheepdog trying to round them up. Bruce taken down by Houlihan. Bate gone backwards. Carlton going hard again. Green. Now McDonald. Big play this one. Inside 50. Sylvia stands and waits. French arrives. Lappin. Whitnell. And the Blues stand tall at half-back.
Carazzo. Can he redeem himself? Handball to Betts. Put him under pressure. Bartram. Good second attempt. Good tackling. Good tackling. Robbo to Whelan. Here's your chance for redemption.
There he is.
The Brendan, Matthew, and let him know all about it.
He may run straight back down. That is good, because that's what Melbourne have been very good at. They put a lot of pressure on the ball carrier for Carlton, who were just using the ball short, and it was playing on all the time. But Matty Whelan, along with a few of his teammates, just put pressure on, caused a turnover, and slotted it through. And I know from playing full back a few times, you love this jog back as Matty Whelan runs back to his defensive. And you just want to find your opponent and just let him know.
You want to find Nathan Carroll's opponent. Gives it off to Bate. Will kick towards half forward. Whitnell tries to get back, won't quite get there. Green did well, got on the end of it. He's got men inside. He's got Godfrey by himself. Called to play on. Confronted by Carazzo. Fortunate hoik it inside 50. Sylvia flies. 3-on-1 at the back. 2 down for Melbourne. 3-on-1 in the air. And David Neitz. Unconvincing drop it, but a goal nonetheless. The D's get one back.
They found a way to kick a goal there, but once again going to the forward 50, they were just all at sea. Colin Sylvia was deep initially by himself or with a one-on-one contest. They're the times you go quick, but a bit of a Hail Mary to Sylvia, who was up with 3 opponents, and Neitz was very handy.
Neitz took a 9-iron divot out there.
He might have to take the sand bucket out and just replace that divot. There's a fair chunk of Telstra.
Best at the back.
And well done, Lance Whitnell off the ball.
Walker gets up very sore and sorry to his haunches. Scotland off half-back. Can give it to Thornton, and the Blues can build again.
Outside of defensive 50 now, heads up in the direction of Stevens. Bartram, good spoil. Jones, quick handball, goes back to Whelan as Andrew Walker makes his way to the interchange bench. Sylvia, out of sight of the ground, heads towards Bruce and Fisher. Got a knee up there, Ken Bruce. Great gather, goes to Neitz. He's got some time, David Neitz. Don't drop kick it, just kick it, and he does. The skipper's got 2, and here come the D's.
We're playing attacking football. Okay, let's get to half, three-quarter time. You might be a couple of points ahead. Don't give away the lead.
Still 2 minutes to be played. D's could still lead at three-quarter time yet. Wiggins to Scotland. Inside 50. Favola at the front. Got it down. Lappin to Houlihan was slick. Just needs to finish from 15.
Well done, Matty Whelan.
It's a trip. It's a trip. You'll get another shot.
Well, still, the actual gesture to try to get there and put that pressure on. Great chase. But Carlton, well done. They found a way to get the ball up the other end, and Houlihan had the composure to take a bounce and
Carroll
run it into goal.
On his haunches. They're dropping like flies in the third term on both sides. It's been a very physical game in terms of collisions, but also in terms of running, an extremely taxing game.
Here's the effort from Whelan.
If he dives and tried that, you couldn't call that a trip, could you?
No, he's just hit the ankle.
You hope he wouldn't be reported for that. Or they offside him, would they?
The old-fashioned ankle tap.
You could have.
Could, surely.
Houlihan, big kick with 85 seconds left on the clock to steady the Blues. And he does. Houlihan gets his first. The Blues get their second for the term. Godfrey wrapped up. Ball spills for Russell. Now Walker. Sweeps one to Scotland. Lappin tumbles a kick towards Betts. Gets there on the half volley. Releases. All Melbourne. Whelan
Robinson
to Bell. Kick drops short. Lunging effort from Bentic. Robertson at the back. Flips it backwards to Ward. Ward will go towards the top of the square. White will arrive late and take a beauty.
I tell you what, David Noots just got rid of Barnaby's bridge. Now, I don't know whether the umpire was blindsided on this one. You talk about shipping off. Well, maybe Barnaby just fell at the knees, but sensational mark. Jeff Mark, he doesn't do this very often. As in, I say, take a lot of contested marks.
He's in the first part of his career, he used to jump well for the ball in packs and take some big marks, but yeah, most of it's uncontested possessions. But that was a great grab, just what the D's needed.
This to reduce the margin to 2 points. White sneaks it home. The D's are within a kick. Tried to prop and protect the drop zone, couldn't do so. Thornton loops it over the top. Carazzo, an awkward one for him. It's been that kind of day. He did well on this occasion. Got it to Houlihan. High ball to the wing. Stevens has to stand and wait. Gets crunched. Umpire calls play on. It spills for Lappin. He's away. Can go towards Fisher. Favola the target. He's got Rivers beaten. Can run into an open goal, Brendan. And kick goal number 4.
Well, that's where he should be. That's his position. Get the distance, run the lines, carry the ball, and one-on-one, you don't beat Brendan Favola very often.
Especially in that position, Shorey. He's 30 metres out from goal. He had his direct opponent, who at that time was Rivers, caught under the ball. There was no way that Rivers was able to push back hard against Favola. You've got to do all you can, but just held him out nicely. Easy mark on the chest, and exactly what Carlton needed. Also, I'll be putting Favola back in that position, and also telling Eddie Betts, go and stand 10 metres in front of him.
Blues by 8 points.
1 year ago, 1 year Lynchy.
Yeah, a few years ago. That was in the 80s, that one.
French to Stevens. Ward, high ball inside 50. O'Halpin sets himself. Great grab. Coming across Rivers. Just had the momentum.
Yeah, I think Rivers
push forward.
I think Rivers was the loose man in defence.
Yeah.
Walker's man up there.
Hadn't scored until this season. He's kicked 3 goals, 3 now from his 54 games. That's a big kick. That's a big goal for the D's.
It was a very big kick, and I think as we see on Godfrey.
2 point margin here, just under 10 and a half minutes remaining. What have the Blues got left in the tank? Stevens has got plenty. Drills the pass to White.
Again, and done the old 1-2, which means you become a very creative player.
Jared White got a goal in the second term. He's got a goal in the fourth term.
They won't lay down this one.
And nor should they with the wooden spoon on the line.
They're happy with numbers around here, not to let the Demons out.
3 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. The Blues and the Demons have put on a fantastic match this afternoon. Are the Demons done with yet? We'll have to wait and see. Neats didn't get a clean bounce. Carlton to Lappin. What a return to the senior side Matthew Lappin's had this afternoon. Houlihan, normally a good finisher at the disposal. Goes to Simpson. Cade Simpson. Finish it off, young man. Yes, he does.
He's finished off a nice bit of work up the field, and he's finished off the game.
Does he work?
And they are very happy, as they should be, the young Blues players. They've come here to take on a top 4 team, and they have out-pressured, out-attacked Melbourne.
Bad kick there. Brown to Noots, under his knees. You know that at his age, David Noots doesn't want to bend down there. And the ball to Houlihan has got great vision. He had Stevens on 2, I think, on this occasion. Gee, I love this player because he's not that big, but he's a very smart player, as I said, uses and plays the angles. And his work rate and his possession rate has been sensational last 5 weeks.
When Carlton lost their draft picks in 2002, their first pick was 45. Cade Simpson was still available. They were delighted, and they snapped him up in a heartbeat. And you can see why. He's playing game number 39 this afternoon, and he is blossoming into a future star for the Blues. 13 points. Carlton got a stranglehold on it. Melbourne needs something special from here. Chance to really cement the double chance for Melbourne. Could go begging this afternoon. McGrath to Scotland. The Blues are finishing strong. Stevens can go over the top to Russell. Heads in that direction. John Russell Drops it at 50, but will get a free kick. Got one over the shoulder.
He was fortunate to get the free kick. Just took his eyes off the ball at an important time.
What about Stevens on his non-preferred? Just turned on his non-preferred and knew he was running in the space.
Russell goes short to Koutafidis. Rivers arrived and forced the contest. Melbourne must attack up the middle. Uze does just that to Nathan Brown. The D's have got less than 2 minutes to kick a couple of goals, and then some.
Spin around quick, get it long.
Bate will go deep. He's got wide in the square. Heads in that direction. It's a booming kick. Robertson at the front. Ricochets off O'Halpin. And the Blues stand tall again. Houlihan keeps it alive to Whitnell. Now to Thornton. And now Walker.
Arguably one of his best games in the Carlton jumper, Andrew Walker towards Stevens. Happy to see that over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in front of the Melbourne interchange bench. It's a 13-point margin. That man there has had his work cut out, but it could be a terrific afternoon for Dennis Pagan and the Blues. A minute 17 remaining. They deserve the win, the Blues. Nothing to lose. Stevens, is there one more roll of the dice? Towards Favola. He's outnumbered 2-1. Needs to be clean. He's got no one forward. Getting back there, filling the hole. Matthew Whelan and Adam Uze. And Uze gets it from Whelan, and they go. But the clock will beat the D's this afternoon.
Godfrey to 50. Neats went early. Got in O'Halpin's back. Satana will get the free kick. Goes short to McGrath, who's been one of Carlton's best. Scotland. It's been such an even contribution from the Blues right across the ground. Here's a chance for Bentic to finish it in style. Can go short to Stevens, but gave it up. Rivers denies Carlton fans one more moment of ecstasy. But they're only 20 seconds away from one now. The ball's with White, and he will kick with possibly the last kick of the game.
What a great feeling for the Carlton Football Club. It's been a long, long time between drinks. They will enjoy this immensely, and they deserve the right, no doubt. Their work rate's been first class.
Jeff White kicks a goal. Do Carlton fans care? Not at all. Wonderful performance from the Blues. Carlton 12-8, Melbourne 10-13. Let's listen to the song.
We are the